This video is illustrating the change of brake pads on a GL450. You'll need an Allen wrench 11mm to change this. Also remember to put the brakes, the rear brake, to change the brakes so you're safe. Also, obviously, a disclaimer: this is an instructional video. I'm not responsible of any failure here shown or performed by the viewer. This is where I put my jack so that it leaves the tire. All I want to take it off the floor. First off though, loosen the lug nuts off the tire before you lift the car. Not all the way, just loosen them up, and then you'll take them off once the car is off the floor. So here, once I loosen them up, I use a drill to take the lug nuts off. If you see, they are actually bolts. The tire won't come. Sometimes it does come easy. I just give it a kick, but sometimes it feels like it's stuck or it's tied by something, and it's not. It's just, I suppose, rust or silt from the road. Can you see? Okay, so you will need to take off this bracket. The other thing is that you need to first push the brake fluid into the cylinder, because obviously these are tight right now. So you can use some sort of plier, and by doing this, you are in essence pushing the cylinder back. There's many ways of doing this, a screwdriver, whatever it is, but slowly. It's not a fast thing. You're pushing the hydraulic brake fluid back into the main cylinder from the wheel cylinder. Okay, so go all the way as much as you can, because these will be important once you put the brake pads, otherwise they won't go in because the cylinder is tight. Don't forget to do this, so otherwise you'll make it harder. Alright, so once that's all the way out, then you'll need to remove this clip. It's fairly easy to remove. Just push it this way, and it comes off. As easy as that. In essence, this holds this part of the clipper, of the brake clip, onto the tire tight and in, so it doesn't vibrate. At least in this system. There's obviously other brake pad systems, but this works like this. Now it's time to loosen the nuts that hold the caliper onto the wheel. So for this is this one and a similar one below. They have a cap, so this you just remove like that, like such, and you'll see that there is this. I think you can see it, I'm not sure, but this nut is the one that you'll loosen up. Then additionally, there's the brake pad sensor. It should be here. I suppose this side of the tire doesn't have one, but I suppose well, this tire doesn't have a brake pad sensor, so I thought they were two of them, but apparently it's only one. It was on this car, was on the right side, and I can illustrate a little bit on this side. If not, later I'll show you where on the other tire, but you'll find it held to this hole, to that hole, and in essence you loosen the nut, the sensor comes off, or the connector for the sensor comes off. The sensor is attached to the brake pad. So here I'm putting this hex 11, as you can see, into this. So that's how you loosen that up. There we go. So once you got it loose, you can take your thing out and make it faster. So usually you just take the wrench out and do it by hand. So here now it's loose. You can take it all the way out, but there's no need. You just need to kind of pull it a little bit, and that will do it. So here you just pull the caliper out like this, and these are your brake pads. So these, the outer one comes out AC usually. Just that's, as you can see, pretty thin. I was cutting close. And then this one is held by these clips, and they are a bit of a hassle to put in, but I'll show you now. So here, as you can see, I'm trying to put the inner brake pad with the brackets into the clipper cylinders. So that tends to be a bit difficult. You cannot do it by hand. So what I do is I grab the new one, an old one, and the new one, or you can whatever you want. So in essence, I'm just able to give me some leverage so that I can push it in. It's not easy. It takes a bit of muscle, and I have and then so there we go. So you see, now it's in. This one, the one on the back is still out. Now you need to be sure. Oh, there we go. So that kind of pushed my light off the. But anyway, so both of them are in. So now, as you can see, it's all the way in. Well, there's a little bit over there that is not in. So, but that's actually enough so that when you brake for first time, this will be driven in. So now we need to mount it back to its place. So put the new one there, you know, as it was, and then grab your cylinder and put it back into place. Okay, so once it's in place, then you can grab your Allen wrench and by hand try to find the position of your nut. So all by hand, so that you don't mess that screw, and then look for the one below and do the same. Yeah. All right, so here I'm gonna put this clip back on. Push it, and you drive it in there. You need to be sure that the one below is also in place. Now it's got well in there. There you go. and it's not moving out of place, you see. So you could try putting these first and then putting in the nuts on the back, the screws on the back, because that helps you somewhat guide it into its place. But it depends. It could be easier, it could be harder. That's your choice. Be sure to tighten them up well, because obviously it's your brake system, so it's important for it to be quite tight. So in essence, this is the change of the brake pads. Don't forget to put your tabs on the back where you find them, so I suppose they protect your screws. And really just the next step is to put the tire on. After that, don't forget to turn on your car and press on the brakes. Initially it won't brake because there are the brake pads are not pressured against the disc, so there will feel like there's no brakes. Okay, so first turn the car, don't put it in park, turn the car, pump the brakes, be sure that it brakes, then you can go. So here, these tires are not easy to mount because they don't hold in place. So there are some rust patterns on the tires that coincide with some of the notches of the wheel. So because of that, or I suppose that is helpful. So that notch, I align it to that rust, and then you can have your nut in place and tighten the tire. Otherwise you kind of fight with the tire a bit to find where the nut goes, or the screw goes into this. Unlike a car with bolts and then you put the nuts on, this has bolts. Hope this is helpful, but if you have any questions, just send me a message, put it in the comments. Thank you.